So Rhonda and I, we were scrolling online the other day and we saw a claim that just stopped us both in our tracks. It said that some RV dealers are advertising phantom RVs, rigs they don't actually have, just to lure you onto their lots. And I'll be honest with you, the first time we read it, we couldn't believe it. Is that really happening? And some of you may not know this already, but we had to investigate it. So we started digging, and what we found was a rabbit hole of legal loopholes, angry customers, and a story so important we knew we had to investigate it. If you're new to our channel, I'm John.
And I'm Rhonda, and this is our new front porch RV balance sheet.
We're here to help you get on the road smarter. So today, we're doing something a little different. We're launching a fact or fiction investigation. The claim we read online has two explosive parts. First, dealers use these phantom listings to bait you. And second, that the entire RV industry is exempt from a brand new federal rule designed to stop this exact scam.
It sounds almost like a conspiracy theory, too wild to be true. So we decided to put it to the test. We've spent weeks digging through legal documents, consumer complaints, and court records to find the ground truth.
So, is it fact or fiction? Today, we're going to walk you through our entire investigation step by step. We'll show you exactly what we found, and by the end of this, you'll not only know the truth, but you'll have a rock-solid plan to protect yourself. Okay, Rhonda, so let's start with the claim itself. What exactly did we read online, and what is this phantom listing or bait-and-switch tactic people are talking about?
It's a classic deceptive sales tactic, but it found a new life on the internet. We found dozens of stories from real buyers on forums like Reddit that lay it out perfectly. Here's a textbook example of what we found. A first-time buyer gets his loan pre-approved, finds a used 2010 RV he loves online, and calls the dealer. The salesperson says, "Yeah, just come on up here and get a tour."
Sounds great so far. He did everything right.
But the moment he arrived at the dealership, he was told the 2010 model had just sold and wasn't even available on the property. The sales staff then immediately tried to pivot him to a 2003 model, a decade older, with a broken odometer and a faulty AC, for the exact same price as the newer one he came to see.
That's the bait and switch. The 2010 RV was the bait, the Phantom, and the old broken down 2003 model was the switch.
Exactly. Another user described negotiating what he was told was a firm out-the-door price of $16,000 for a new trailer. The next morning, the salesperson texted to say his manager wouldn't honor it and the new price was $20,000. The claim online is that these aren't isolated incidents, but a deliberate strategy.
So that's the claim. It's a serious accusation, which brings us to the first question in our investigation. The second part of this claim is that there's a new government rule to stop this, but the RV dealerships are exempt. So Rhonda, fact or fiction, is there a new federal rule designed to stop these bait and switch tactics?
John, that is fact. In late 2023, the Federal Trade Commission finalized the Combating Auto Retail Scams Rule, or C.A.R.S rule. It was created specifically because the FTC was getting over 100,000 consumer complaints a year about the car buying experience, costing Americans an estimated $3.4 billion annually. The rule is a consumer protection powerhouse. It makes it illegal to misrepresent the availability of a vehicle at an advertised price. It forces dealers to disclose the real all-in offering price upfront. and it bans charging for worthless junk fees and add-ons without your express informed consent.
It sounds like a silver bullet for the exact problems we just described, which leads us to the most shocking part of this claim. Fact or fiction, is the entire RV industry exempt from this rule?
Unbelievably, this also fact. We found it buried in the final text of the rule. It explicitly states that the term covered motor vehicle does not include motorhomes, recreational vehicle trailers, and slide-in campers. They've been completely carved out.
So how is this even possible? The RV Dealers Association, the RVDA, lobbied for it. They argued that the RV business is different, that the RVs are more complex and often require essential add-ons after the sale. Making a single upfront price is difficult. The FTC accepted these arguments, but issued a very clear warning. This exemption is not a free pass. They said dealers are still bound by the broader FTC Act against deceptive practices and that the agency will continue to monitor the industry.
So the investigation confirms the legal loophole is real. The very industry that argues it's more complex and has less transparent pricing has successfully argued for less transparency in its regulations.
And this is where the rubber meets the road. The online claim is that dealers are using this loophole to run these phantom listing scams. The industry says these practices aren't prevalent. So our final investigation question, fact or fiction, are these deceptive bait-and-switch tactics a widespread problem in the RV industry?
Based on the mountain of evidence we uncovered, this is unequivocally fact. The stories we found online were just the tip of the iceberg. We found consumer advocates on YouTube with entire channels dedicated to exposing what they call shady sales tactics, fake low prices, and a culture of deceit and manipulation. But the smoking gun came from an official government source.
So in late 2024, the Oregon Department of Justice announced a $3.5 million settlement with the national RV dealer chain. The state investigations found the company was advertising a low price to lure customers in and then systematically clawing back the discount by double charging those things like freight and prep that were already included in their MSRP. And here's why it matters to everyone and everywhere. The Oregon Attorney General found that these practices violated state consumer protection laws. And according to legal analysts, those same laws are mirrored in at least 47 other states. This wasn't just a local issue. It was a ruling on a national business model, and it sets a legal precedent for consumers across the country to fight back.
So let's go back to the original claim we read online. Fact or fiction? Do some RV dealers use phantom listings to bait you? And are they exempt from the federal C.A.R.S rule designed to stop it?
Our investigation is complete. The verdict is in, and it's 100% fact.
It's a sobering truth, and it can make you feel angry, even helpless. But we didn't do this investigation to scare you. We did it to prepare you, because this is the part of the story where you get to write a different ending.
Exactly. And these tactics only work on unprepared buyers. So we've used our findings to build a defensive playbook, a step-by-step guide to make you untouchable.
Step 1, vet the listing. If a price seems too good to be true, it is. Call the dealer and ask for the VIN. Then make the killer request we learned from another RVer. Can you please walk over to that RV right now and send me a selfie with it? A phantom listing can't produce a photo.
That is brilliant, simple, and effective.
Step 2, vet the dealer. Before you go, check the Better Business Bureau profile. Look for a pattern of complaints about sales and advertising.
A pattern is a warning.
Step 3, Document the call. When you call to confirm the RV is there, note the date, time, and the salesperson's name. State your purpose clearly. You're creating a verbal record. Step 4, be prepared to walk. If you arrive and they pull the "it just sold" line, you know the game they're playing. The most powerful move you can make is to turn around and leave. Do not engage. Your feet are your voice.
You refuse to reward the bad behavior.
Step 5, decide the out-the-door price. If you do decide to negotiate, demand a fully itemized out-the-door price in writing before you do anything else. Question every single fee.
And if someone has already been a victim of this,
Report it. File a complaint with your state attorney general. This is your most powerful tool. In your complaint, cite the Oregon versus Camping World settlement as a legal precedent. Also, file with the FTC. Your story becomes data that can help force a change.
so the story we read online was true. The Phantom RV is real. The loophole is real. But what's also real is your power.
This isn't a story about being a victim. It's a story about becoming a warrior, an educated, prepared, and empowered buyer who can see traps from a mile away.
They are counting on you being emotional and unprepared. Our investigation gives you the facts and the tools to be the exact opposite. You can walk in onto the lot with a shield of knowledge they never saw coming, ready to find the real RV of your dreams. This investigation was driven by stories from real people in the RV community. The best way we can protect each other is by sharing our experiences and bringing these practices into the light. So we have to ask you, have you ever encountered a Phantom RV? What's the shadiest tactic a dealer has ever tried on you?
Share your story in the comments below. Your experience could be the warning that saves another member of our community from a costly and heartbreaking mistake.
Adventure is calling.
And we must go.
If you found this helpful, please give this video a like so we know to make more just like it. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss what's next.
And as we always do, we've posted a full list of our research sources with links on our Facebook page, so you can see the data for yourself. We believe in being an open book for those seeking the truth.